Hello, I'm Santino.
And I am Cristiano.
And welcome back to another Maniac Boost podcast video. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We have here Cristiano.
Hello.
And we have a copy of Windows 1.0 loaded up on Oracle VM VirtualBox, which is basically a virtual machine software that lets you run all versions of Windows. And Cristiano's going to get to try different versions. We're starting at the very first one since it's the first episode. And, yeah, anything to say, Cristiano?
I have no clue what I'm doing, why I'm here, or how long this is going to take. So,
okay,
just be warned.
So first task is all uppercase, type in win. And as you can see, you're in Windows 1.0. Can you tell me, is there anything different or anything you know?
Yeah, it looks absolutely nothing like regular Windows. Like, I mean, we have the calculator, which is strange because I think there was a version of Windows where you had to put in print. But yeah, I can type in anything I want. The mouse
sensitivity is like very, very high up, as you can tell.
It's not a very good mouse, so I'm not going to be using that today. So like I can do fine.
You have to actually click the buttons, Cristiano. I know it's a problem.
5 times 6. So anyways, you can do various calculations on.
So anyways, the way you would close out Cristiano is you'd actually have to keep clicking the line and then keep closing out. So is there anything interesting on here that you noticed?
Do you know if there's any games or anything on here?
I do not have any games installed, mainly because I right now don't know how to insert games. I'm still trying to figure that out. But some things you might know is there's no start menu or taskbar. Well, there kind of is a task bar. It's down here, but we'll talk about that later. So it's not just all the applications, like things like win.com. That actually just it just reloads it because that's the actual thing it's running. Things like .fon, those are actually the fonts. So like if you were to go into Notepad, if you were to find, Notepad is right there in the second line above Paint.
So I guess I could type in anything.
Yeah.
I could type in.
Yeah, those would be the different fonts. So basically, whenever you're using this and you want to change the font, it would just select one of those fonts. And do what Windows 1.0 says, since it tells the truth.
Of course.
And as you can tell, Cristiano's already having a bit of fun with it. Now, Cristiano, one thing I want you to do is find the clock, and I want you to tell me what your thoughts are on the clock, and also you would do sort of like how usual.
Save file as.
And the way you'd open it, you have to actually go into Notepad and then open the different text document. That's how it works.
Okay.
So like, let's say you saved it. Oh, because you can only have like 8 digits in the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It was one of the things that people didn't really like about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh.
There's actually, I think, 8.5. It's like 8.3 maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just
close enough.
Subscribe. And now I want you to close out and then go back into it.
So.
No, the 3 lines at the left corner.
Oh, okay.
That's how. Oh, you just click on those. That's sort of like the original taskbar. So if you were to go into Notepad again, also, there was also some versions didn't have mouse support, so you'd have to actually go into File.
I see. Well, this version does.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually how you multitask as well. You'd click that. So you'd have like, that's the other version of multitasking. You'd have Notepad on the top, actually the notepad on the top and the menu on the bottom. And back then, Microsoft Windows wasn't its own their own operating system. It was a feature that was in MS DOS, as you can tell. It says MS DOS
Executive.
Yeah.
So I guess I could go.
Yeah, you would do that, and then there it is.
Oh.
Now I want you to go take a look at one thing. Close out both of these. Just go close out that one. Go back to the main menu.
How would I do that?
The 3 lines, and then you just click close, or click it. This is the first one. Now go to 5. Actually, no. Go to the 3 lines. The 3 lines on either, and I want you to click on About. And as you can tell, that's actually the copyright info. As you can tell, it's version 1.01, and you want to read the year, Cristiano.
1985.
This was when the very first version came out, 1985.
The more you know.
And go to clock. I want you to see what the clock. It's right there under. Look how big that clock is.
Oh wow. Could you set this to be on the side?
No, you could not.
Oh, okay.
I think you could, but it'd be.
Oh, so this is the actual, because it says 12:58 here, and you can see on the actual clock it's 12:58.
2:58 for sure.
Sorry, 2:58 here, and on the clock you can see it's 2:58.
Yeah, and the thing is, it wouldn't have these 2 white bars because back then computers had the 4:3 aspect ratio. So this white part here and this white part here wouldn't be there. So it'd just be the clock by itself.
Interesting.
But it's this is a widescreen thing. Click on icon. I think that's how you icon, and then there you go. Now you have it at the bottom.
Oh. So, I believe there used to be you could send files to other computers, and there were databases that you.
It was a lot harder though.
It was an early version of the internet. Would you be able to use this to access that early version of the internet?
Well, you could open MS-DOS on here, but I'm not sure about the email part.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, if you want to open MS-DOS, but we're not going to do that since that's actually going to be one of the future updates. So one of the future episodes we're going to do. So try Paint, for example, and go mess around with it. What do you think about Paint right now? This is the one that...
I'm bad at using regular Paint.
Yeah, and that's the very first version of Paint we have here.
Yeah, it's not that easy to do.
Yeah, mainly because the mouse sensitivity is way up, and I cannot figure out how to fix this. I've used all these before because I had to install them, but Cristiano has barely used it. Maybe
I haven't even used it.
Well, you used 1.01, but that's about it. Now, Cristiano, what's your favorite OS?
Probably either 7 or 10. 7 was a good operating system, to be honest.
I thought you said it was 95.
I barely used Windows 95 since, when
He just likes because the startups then.
When I used it, I was very young.
Yeah, we used to have a Windows 95 PC here.
So I guess you can also erase some stuff, and then you can draw with...
That's a pen, I believe, so it's thicker.
Or paint, or whatever, I don't know.
And then Paint Bucket, of course, is the one beside it. And
how do you change the color?
Black. I'm not even sure you can change the color.
No.
Probably because it's old. You can make a circle. And if there is, try maybe edit. Maybe edit says to change the color. Font. Look through all of them, maybe.
Font size. Oh, I can go really big here.
No, that's for text. The text. As you can you tell that every time you type something, look how it sort of glitches off screen for a split second. Did you notice that, Cristiano?
Yeah, how come?
It's old, Cristiano. From 1985. Figure it out.
Does it have Control All?
No, because if you would click Control, it just pop up with the regular Windows 10. But this is a virtual machine, which also doesn't help.
Oh, so you can have like gradient lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Not sure what that is. Oh, and I guess you can connect lines with this part and.
What did you do? Hey, look! So it looks like a smiley face. Good job.
Sure does.
Yeah. That's the problem when everything's in black. You barely can see anything. There you go. You got yourself a happy face. Good job.
File. Oh, wait.
You have to hold it down. What's that? What did you just do? Oh, so the thing is, you can't just click on it. You have to hold it down. So basically, you click on File, and then you have to keep holding on the left click.
What's this? It looks like paint.
I am not sure. I don't use Windows 1.0 that much.
Yeah. So I'll save file as. I don't know what this is.
Because he doesn't know what the heck is going on. So, Christian, what are your thoughts on Windows 1.0 so far?
It's basic, but for the time, I'd imagine it's quite advanced. Like, I don't know what all the other.
The one thing I have to tell you, Windows 2.0, I haven't got it running up yet, or at all, but that actually introduced the thing of multiple windows. That actually made it like an official thing. And as you can tell, it has the official date set in March 12th, 2022. And the exact time. You can tell 3:03 there, and then on the bottom of our regular screen is 3:04.
I'm wondering how far I can set this back.
You can go back to 12 a.m., Cristiano.
Oh, I thought I could go back to the 80s.
There you go, you went back to 1980.
Before the operating system even existed.
Yeah. No, 1980. How am I even writing this? Windows doesn't even exist yet.
Mm-hmm.
All it was MS-DOS. I'm not even sure it was called... It was called Windows 1.01, but I think a lot of people just called it MS-DOS. Like I don't know.
And you can set alarms and stuff.
But we don't have any sound cards on here.
Yeah, so I guess it didn't work.
Yeah.
So honestly, for the time, I imagine this being pretty advanced.
So, Cristiano, let's say you had to come up with a slogan for Windows 1.01. What would it be? So say Windows 1.01 and then...
I'll tell you what it is. I would say that our slogan would be subscribe to the Marinelli Brothers podcast. Leave a like.
Because I'm telling no, Windows 1.0. So say Windows 1.01 and then
I would say the beginning of the end. Or I don't know.
The beginning of the beginning.
The end of the beginning, because it was based on so many different things, and now Windows is, I don't know.
It's Microsoft is one of the biggest companies. So the final thing we're gonna do,
it's developed quite a lot since then.
The final thing we're gonna do is we're going to close this, and we're actually gonna shut out of Windows. And this is actually how it would be when you shut down Windows. Close. This will end your Windows session, and then that would bring you to MS-DOS. So you don't know how it works. You'll learn about MS-DOS next episode, or whenever we do it. So what do you do?
I don't know.
Well, I'll teach you about next time. But anyways, that is the fifth episode of what should we even call it, Cristiano? What should we call the series?
I don't know, just Microsoft.
I guess we could call it Cristiano Tries OS. That's an idea.
All right.
And we're not going to talk since Cristiano's already gone in the program to say. Leave it. No, it's subscribe by Commander File Name. Leave a like by Commander File Name.
Anyway.
So anyways, that's the end of this video, and goodbye.